All right, hi and welcome. We are going to be playing more Spirit Island today. We're gonna play Lure, solo game Lure. No invaders. Should be fun. Lure, I think, is one of the most powerful spirits in the game. In my opinion, it's just extremely strong. So this should be entertaining. All right, so Lure starts 3 on your starting board, 2 and 8, 1 and 7, add a beast to 8. So 2 and 8, 1 and 7, add a beast to 8. Now, it's important to note all of Lure's cards are targeting inland, except for Gift, which targets spirits. And he can never place a presence on coastal lands. So, has to be a little bit careful. His innates, his replace can target just land with invaders, so that is not restricted by inland, but his Never Heard From Again is restricted as an inland only, so you have to be a little bit careful. And he also has 2 growth options. You pick one of these 3 and then one of these 3. He's a particularly interesting spirit in that regard. So we've got our presence out. Let's get our first explore. It's a mountain. Alright, so mountain's not bad. We're going to want to set up what I call a kill chamber in the middle of the map. So our first thing we're going to pick is obviously going to be place of presence. It's probably going to be this one for a second card play, because we'll take this first growth option as well. Let's go ahead and grab some tokens and a green, and we'll place them over here. So when you take this growth option, you get one of these, and you get 2 energy. Oh, and I need energy. The old energy bags. Bam. So we get 2 card plays. We'll get 2 energy. That's a third, and then we have to choose what element we get. But I'll decide that when I decide what cards I'm playing. So they've explored mountains. That's not great because there's a town. So we're almost certainly going to play Softly Beckon. But that town is going to build a city, which is just rough. And there's next to nothing we can do about it, because all of our stuff is slow. Oh. We'll probably have to draw a card next turn and just hope for a defense. So let's just assume we will get something like that. It's a bad assumption, but there's not really anything else we can do. So we're gonna play Softly Beckon. These guys are so far away. These guys are not adjacent. Let's place our presence there instead. Not ideal, but it is what it is. And then I think we're gonna play Perils. So this gives us 2 moons and an air, which is really good. We need those. And a claw. So if we took an air, yeah, we don't have 3 moons now, so that doesn't get us there. That's a shame. I was thinking that'd be so cool if we could take that city they built. So instead, we're probably going to take a green, because we only have 1 green, and that'll allow us to activate these abilities. So, but we have two moons and an air, which is really good. Oop, sorry. Lag sometimes does that. And then we don't have any fast actions, so they skip the first event, and they build mountains. So we get a city here and a town here. And then they explore into jungles. be here and here. Alright, jungles is pretty good because we already have a presence there. That one's a problem. And then slow actions. So for soft feedback, when we gather 2 explorers, 2 towns, 2 beasts, and 2 Dohan. So we're going to gather this explorer, this town, this explorer, this town. It's 2 of each. We gather Dahan. We'll gather these guys. Maybe we gather like that and spread the Dahan a bit. And we would gather beasts, but there are no beasts to gather. And then we're going to perils. We're going to add a fear. Going to add a Badlands and a beast within 1 range. So we'd like to kind of already have this kill chamber going. So sometimes you just do what you got to do. And then we could push up to 2 Dohan. We don't want to push the Dohan out. There's no reason for that. Oh, and then our abilities, right? So we can replace a town with 2 explorers. It's range 1. See, this is when I would normally grab that explorer and pull him out of there, but I can't. It's just too far away. So we could replace an explorer with an explorer and then draw him in. Or we could replace a town with 2 explorers and draw them in. So you have to be so far away. Damn it. Just unluckers, you know. Wish I had a fire. I wish I had a fire and more green, I guess. We could replace a town. I guess, yeah, that works. Because it adds a fear still. So we replace a town, and if there is a town or city remaining on that space, which there is, we gain a fear. The only reason I was debating not doing it is because when the town gets destroyed, it adds a fear, and if you turn it into explorers, it doesn't. But that's no big deal. And but the beautiful thing about explorers is this second ability. So we have 2 green, destroy up to 2 explorers per Badlands, Beasts, Disease, and Wilds. We have 3, so we can destroy up to 6 explorers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leaving just the town. Oh, fuck me. Lag, man. Alright. So now we have just the town on that space, and that's why Lure's so powerful. If you destroy 5 or more, which we did, it's a fear. It's +1 fear. If you destroy any, it's 1 fear. So that's going to be 2 fear, and we generate a fear card on turn 1. Welcome to Lure. And then we can destroy the town with Swallowed by the Wilderness, which does 1 damage per essentially token on here. So that's already 3 damage there, plus 1 for the Badlands. So that would be 4 damage on that space. Alright, so again, we're going to place another presence. We're going to make this the energy track. And we're going to try to go we're going to try to go centrally. So I think instead of taking energy this time, we're going to take a card draw. Gold's Allure, that's really good. I like Gold's Allure a lot. Mesmerizing Tranquility, Gift of Nature's Connection is... Ooh, that's a hot card right there. You gain 2 energy or 2 of this of a single element. That's really strong. Gift of Nature's Connection is just, it's one of my favorites. Mesmerizing Tranquility is a really good defense card. None of them are in my colors, but that's the cool thing about Gift is it could just like add the colors that I need if I have an extra card play, which I rarely do. Rarely. I think Mesmerizing Tranquility is so out of my colors, but having the Having a defense card is really nice. I think we're gonna play a little bit safe. Take Mesmerize, Tranquility. So now we gain our 2 energy for the turn. We'll play. We're definitely playing Swallowed by the Wilderness. That's gonna take care of this town. And generates a lot of fear. This card's so good. And I'm tempted to take Gift. Mesmerize Tranquility doesn't do anything for us, so I think we just play Gift. It's free. We're probably gonna have to reclaim next turn, so that is what it is. Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah, let's just go into fast. Unfortunately, it's not hitting my thresholds either. It's kind of a bad combination of cards to play, but it hits this destroy threshold, which probably won't come up. It might. I guess if they go wetlands, I could destroy a guy on the wetlands. Whatever. So not gift. Swallowed by the Wilderness. We're gonna do 4 damage on this space and generate 3 fear total. It's 2 for that, 1 for the town destruction. Once that space is clear, and that's our only fast. And so we go into events. Let's see. New species spread. We can do one of these 2 options. You always check the second option first because it's the best usually. Aided by moons, 1 fear per player on each board. Add a beast to a land with towns or cities. That would be useful to me. 4 energy aided by moons. I only have 1 moon showing, and I'm definitely not going to forget a card for it. I don't have any energy. I have 1 energy. So that's... And Mesmerize Tranquility doesn't have a moon, so I can't discard it. So that's out of my pay range right there. For each board, discard the top minor power. If it is fast, add a blight to a land with towns or cities. After resolving this card, return it to the event deck on the top 2. That sucks. Well, we're going to have to take it. So, minor power if it's fast, add a blight. It is slow, and it got rid of Teeming Rivers, which I hate that card. So that didn't hurt us on that. We'll put it under the top 2 cards in a bit. On half of the boards rounding up, add a disease to a land with both Dohan and invaders. Do 2 damage to Dohan there. That's here, but that's interesting. It kills the Dohan, but that guy was going to build. Each spirit with at least 2 Dohan gains 1 energy. Yeah, I have that. Actually, I have 3. So that's actually cool. And then this card goes 3rd below. What I like to do, actually, to keep track of it, I'm going to keep it face up. Oh, I can't. Okay. It doesn't like me doing that. It's the wrong order. I guess the order doesn't matter that much. I don't know what they are, so... what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to use a couple of Dahan here for trackers. So every time I move an event, I'll move a Dahan off, and that way I'll know when the card's coming up. So we do have a fear card to utilize. Each player adds a strife to a town. I don't have a town. Oh, that didn't work. Would have been nice. They ravage mountains. Yeah, yeah. We knew that was coming. So they're going to destroy that presence. Nothing I can do about that. Didn't get a defense card for it. Mesmerize Tranquility just reduces the damage by 1. So they still do 2 damage. They build jungles. Except they don't, which is really nice. So try to ravage, get jungle. Get a build. And then sands. Explore sands. Now we get slow actions. So I can add a wilds, or I can replace one of my presents with a disease, which I don't want to do. So let's go ahead and add a wilds to one of our lands. So let's do it here. And then I can Yeah, I hit this threshold, but it doesn't matter because there's no explorers to destroy. I don't have the other ones. So we're in growth again. This we certainly have to reclaim. Gain energy. This goes away. So we reclaim, and then, well, they're ravaging jungles, which is not a problem, and they're building sands, which is a problem. So these guys will both build, but this guy will build. This guy already has a city, and the disease will prevent a town, which is nice, but not fantastic. So we could try to gain a power card and try for a could try for a defense card again. We're for sure going to be playing Softly Beckon. And probably a good idea. So Softly Beckon's going to gather these beasts into that space. And the wild counts, so that could be... Oh, well, we're not going to play Swallowed this turn because it's fast. So we'll probably play Perils again. These are probably the two cards we're playing. And we'd really like to gain that extra green. Because if we did that, we could actually disappear all of the explorers. And then next turn we can draw a card and just hope that we get a defense. There's nothing else we can do about it. The only other option is we draw a card now and we don't disappear any of the explorers. And then we also draw a card next turn, increasing our chances of getting a defense card. Might be better because I only have 2 blight on the board, and that can just come back to bite us so quickly. And there's not a specific urgency to disappear all of the explorers. So I think we're gonna take the card draw and just really hope. Could take a Major and get rid of Mesmerized Tranquility. Majors has less chance of giving you a defense and a much higher chance of giving you something offensive, which is also useful. We need some offense to destroy these cities. We can't do anything else about them. But Mesmerized Tranquility is really useful for this character specifically, since it reduces all invaders' damage by 1, and a lot of the invaders for this guy get turned into explorers, which only do 1 damage. So Mesmerized Tranquility can be a massive defense card. I think we take a Miner now, and then if it's garbage, which it looks like it mostly is, Pact is nice. Twilight Fog is nice. These two have green, which I like. So this happens a lot. So I'm thinking about Pact. Pact seems like a good choice. I might not use it. It's definitely major fodder, but it's, you know, it's got its charms. So yeah, that's fine. All right, let's go into fast actions. We don't have any, so let's go to events. Numinous Crisis. So, draw strength or poor strength. I swear, the lag on this game is so rough. Remove a blight per player from the blight card, then if the blight has not flipped, keep removing until it flips. Gain 3 energy per blight removed, divided as evenly as possible among all spirits. That's buck wild. Now, Blighted Islands aren't always bad. Sometimes they're helpful. Each spirit pays 3 energy, forgets 2 power cards, or returns a presence to their presence track. Add a blight per spirit to the blight card from the box. Ugh. I should have moved my energy. So I don't have 3 energy to pay. Forgets 2 powers, or return a presence to their track. That's super duper mean. Where's Blight? One fear per board with disease. On each board, 2 damage to Dohan and lands with disease. We have a disease, so that's a fear, but there's no Dohan, so no damage. So that's just free fear card. When invaders ravage, if the land has Dahan, defend 2. Sure. They're ravaging jungles, so that doesn't matter. We get our fear. Each player removes an explorer town from a land with 2 or more Dahan, which unfortunately is only here, and there's nothing to remove. It's unfortunate. They ravage jungles. Nothing happens. They build sands. So they're going to build here, and this gets removed. And then they explore into coasts. It's not good. And then slow actions. We have Softly Beckon, so we're going to take this guy. And we can take these 2 guys. This guy doesn't matter. He's going to ravage next turn, and he'll die with the Dahan. We don't have another town we can pull, unfortunately. We take in these 2 beasts. We'll bring these Dahan. And then with Perils, we're going to generate a fear. Add a Badlands. And a beast. You can add a beast at range 1. I usually just choose to do it here. Oh, and then we can push 2 Dahan. Let's do that. We'll push Dahan into here. If we can defend it, that'd be great. Otherwise, we've sentenced those Dahan to death. But I guess them's the breaks. Oh yeah, and then we have, nope, we don't have that unlocked, but we can disappear a town if we want to. Oh, we can disappear an explorer. That's better. Well, is it better? Ironically, we can't target this guy. Same problem we had before, because they destroyed one of my presences. I'm not sure why I didn't take this one off the shrine. That would have been far smarter. Yeah, that would have been way smarter. Well, I think we just pulled this guy off. Might be a good option. And that generates 1 fear. So, alright, well. So now we can Swallowed by the Wilderness. We can murder everybody here. We're definitely going to need to draw a power card. And we need to place presence. That really set us back on that one. Damn, I'm a fool. Alright. So we place a presence, and we need to draw a power card. Do we want a major? We could get rid of Pact. Pact isn't going to be very helpful to us, especially if these Dahan die. Now, if we get a major, there's very little chance that we get anything defensive. We might be able to get something fast offensive, but if we do, we probably can't play it because we're only getting 2 energy. So I think we're better drawing a minor and hoping for a defense, which we sort of didn't get. This is defense, but it's range 0. God damn it. And we had to place our presence first. So if I'd known, I would have placed a presence here. Oh, I can't place a presence there anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's coastal. Can't do that with lure. So this only targets lands with towns and cities. So that's not very good. Mountains and jungles defend 3, but it's not a mountain or jungle. So this targets another spirit, and this card just... Well, it's actually useful for my purposes a little bit because it adds all these things, but it adds blight, which is very bad. So we're going to take Dark Entangled Woods, and I guess we're just going to take a blight. Sorry, Dawn, sentence you to death. Nothing I can do about that. His range tranquility is range 0, so that's not helpful either. So I could reduce it by 2, and then it'll only do 2 damage, which is still blight, but a Dahan could still counterattack. Wouldn't really matter, I guess. So Ravaging Sands building coasts. We need to get rid of this guy. He's a problem. So we're going to want to make sure we get 2 moons, which would only be these 2 cards. But we could just save Dark Entangled Woods for next turn. Like, we could let him build and then play this as a defense. So we don't actually have to eat that town this turn. Pact really isn't going to do anything for us. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this would be 6 damage on Swallowwood Wilderness. I know it says caps at 5, but and then it says the Badlands bonus damage is applied after. So we're definitely going to be playing that. Let's gain our 2 energy for the turn. With that in play, I think. So unfortunately not a lot else we can do. Probably just play Gift. I think that's pretty reasonable. Then at least we hit these two greens. Nothing else, but yeah. Alright, so we let's go into fast. So Swallowed by the Wilderness, we generate 2 fear, which is our fear card. Gets us into Terror 2, which is very nice. And then 1 damage per these tokens. So we already know that's 6. 3. That's a fear for that. And that's the only fast action we have. So we get an event. On each board, add a city to a coastal land with cities. Yeah, why not? On each board, add disease to the coastal land with the most towns or cities. In that land, 3 damage to Dahan. Well, we get a disease here, and then kill a Dahan that's sentenced for death already. Each spirit may push 1 of their presence from a land with Dahan, 2 damage in the land push 2. That's not useful. Because it's from a land with Dahan? Yeah. That's not useful, because it's only this one, and this guy dies in the Ravage. I can't kill this guy. I can't get to this guy. So that's useless. If I go here, I just lose my presence. So I'm not going to do that. We get a Fear. We're on Terra 2. Each town destroys an explorer in its land. Each city destroys 2 explorers in its land. This explorer dies. That's it. There's no towns. We've just got a bunch of cities. They ravage sands. So they do blight. This guy helpfully dies. They build coasts, which I guess they don't there. And they explore sands. Now I'm going to flip this event because we know what it is. We know it's a new species spread again. And they explore sands. I have a huge city problem here. Absolutely massive city problem. So, slow actions. We have no one to disappear. So we know we're going to add a presence. Oh, no, I can't go there. I think this is just going to be the death of us. There's nothing we can do about it. There's just nothing. It's been cities the whole time, and I haven't got a single defense card. Like, I need to draw again. And again, I don't think a major would help me. So I probably wouldn't be able to play it. There's a few that could help, just like there's quite a few minors that could help. Just in such a bad spot. We know we're playing Dark Entangled Woods. That'll defend there. And then, I don't know. Please. Are you kidding me? Well, I think we just lose. I mean, what can we do, you know? All these suck too. These are all useless. These are all useless. So they're just gonna blight and cascade there. There's not a damn thing I can do about it. Well, only hope is the Blight card actually helps us. It's pretty unlikely, though, isn't it? Do I want to instead play a card with moons or free? Because I could play... No, I don't have another card with moons, so... But if I play a card for free, looking at this next event that we know is species spread... We'll save our energy. That just kills an explorer. It's not even a big deal. So we'll play this for free, and that way we have 2 moons showing, and then we can pay 2 for the 4 total. So doesn't really matter. Yeah, we defend 4 here. We generate 2 fear, and then mesmerize tranquility. I don't know. This guy does 0 damage. All right. New species spread. We're going to pay our 4 energy. We get 1 fear per player. And on each board, add a beast to a land with towns or cities. On half the boards running up, add disease to a land with Dahan and invaders. 2 damage to Dahan there. Each spirit with at least 2 Dahan gains an energy. Well, there's only 2 Dahan on the board. These events have been brutal. Alright. On each board, remove a town. Sure. It's actually, I don't even want to do that. That's a fear I lose. Ravage coasts. We get a blight here. And it cascades. And let's see if our Blighted Island just makes us lose. Immediately on each board, in 4 different lands with explorers or towns, replace a town with a city or replace an explorer with a town. So that would be a town here and a town there. Which is all that does, so this is winnable still. I mean, debatable how winnable it is, but... So that was the Ravage. They build sands, which they don't, and then they do. Whew. And then they explore mountains. They just can't go wetlands, huh? And then I don't have any slow actions, so... Oh, just brutal. We need to reclaim. So, reclaim. I mean, shit, we need to draw cards. I'd love to hit this energy, but we haven't got any card draws that'll be useful yet, and so we're taking a major now. Oh, Indomitable Claim. I wish I'd known that was there the whole time. Spill Bitterness is pretty tempting in a way. Range 0. We definitely take Indomitable Claim. And we need to discard Pact. I don't know how we'll ever play Indomitable Claim, but it'd be great if we could. They're Ravaging Sands again, so you know, we're screwed. We can't play Indomitable Claim, so nothing we can do about that. They're Ravaging Sands, building mountains. Mountains are bad. Just can't get away from these cities and I can't destroy them. I don't know, this game has been a fucking wash. Complete loss. Bad draw after bad draw and bad ravage after bad ravage, because there's nothing I can do here. They're gonna blight and cascade again. That's gonna be 2 blights. And then there's a city here, and I don't know what I can do about that. I can get Indomitable Claim out to prevent the ravage. Let's play it out. As much as I don't want to. We're gonna play. Nope. We're gonna play Softly Beckon. We don't have the green, so we're not gonna be disappearing anybody. I'll have to play Mesmerized Tranquility. We can't forget about this guy. So he'll only do 1 damage now. And that's it. That's our whole play. We're so good. So we're gonna Softly Beckon there. No, we're gonna Mesmerize Tranquility there, and then Softly Beckon here. Oh. All right. Fast actions. Technically, this land is isolated. Doesn't matter in the slightest. That's it. That's our only fast action. So we get an event. Each spirit chooses destroy 2 of your presence, gain a power. Why does this keep coming up? It's like every game I play, I get this card. Forget a power card, gain 2 energy, move 2 of your presence up to 4. Okay, well, I definitely have cards I would like to forget. Mesmerized Tranquility is one of them. I keep feeling like this is going to be useful. It keeps not. I don't see it continuing to be useful. Could get rid of Gift, but it's got good colors. But I gain 2 energy, which is extremely good to me. I can move 2 of my presence up to 4 away. Are they blighting that mountain? All right. Ignore disease during builds. 1 fear per board with disease. I don't have one, so no fear. And when invaders ravage the land, has Dahan defend 2. Oh, it doesn't. No fear card. They ravage sands. That's blight blight. This one doesn't. And they build mountains. So it's going to be a town there and a town here. And they explore wetlands. Actually, they don't explore there. And of course, I don't know why I built this shrine. I couldn't despair him anyway. Now it's slow actions. We softly beckon. So we can take this guy. We can take this guy and this guy. Take 2 beasts. We might as well take no chances. I mean, hell, we can take the Dahan, I guess. No reason not to, I suppose. And we can disappear one of these towns, which will generate 1 fear, because there's a town left over. And that's my slow actions. Oh wait, instead of taking the town, I can take this guy. Drag him over. That's a pretty good play. Prevents a build. Oh, we're so screwed. Now it's our turn. Growth. Place of presence. We'll take our 2 energy, I think. Maybe not. We could. Yeah. We could take a major. We could take a major and hope for something good. And with our 3rd card unlocked, we could get something like Draw Towards the All-Consuming Void. That might be just the ticket, so to speak. So we can't destroy these cities, and we're just getting screwed. Now, if we get a... well... even with 2 card plays, if we get 2 moons, 2 airs, and a claw. 2 moon and an air. 2 moon and a claw. Nope, can't do it. We would need Softly Beckon back. But instead of taking that, we could reclaim. That would give us back Softly Beckon. Oh wait, what am I saying? I have a moon showing up here, so I only need... I need 2 moons and an air, which we can do. Because if we take an air here, Then we have, and I play 2 moons, that would be 3 moons, 2 airs, and the claw. So if I play Perils, yeah, so let's take our 2 energy. Let's get an air. I can play Perils, and I can play Gift. And then we can start replacing cities. Oh, but I have to defend this mountain, don't I? Making my whole plan irrelevant. So I can Indomitable Claim the mountain. This is for my turn. So we know I have to Indomitable Claim the mountain. And I could Swallow by the Wilderness. I could take this 2 energy, and I could get a green, which would allow me to disappear things. I think we should draw a card though, and try to get a useful major, like Irresistible Call, like Pyroclastic Flow, Jungles and Wetlands, kind of where I have my thing. Pent Up Calamity. These are all pretty good. Pent Up Calamity's right up my alley, I think. I think we'll take that. And we'll get rid of ourselves, divest ourselves of Mesmerize Tranquility. I still think play Indomitable Claim. Because it gets a presence out. And we need our presence out right now. We need it very badly. Yeah, alright, so fast actions, we're going to Indomitable Claim, which we'll do here. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Which defends 20 in the space. And then we generate 2 fear with Swallow by the Wilderness, and deal 1 damage per token, which in this case is going to be 3 tokens plus 1 for the Badlands, so it's 4 total. So we're going to destroy those 2 and get our fear card. And that's our fast actions. So go to the event. We're on Fear 2. Invaders do +3 damage when ravaging in lands with presence. Doesn't really matter because I'm defending 20, so. Each beast destroys an explorer. Add a beast to a board with that one. So that's going to be both of these explorers dead. Each spirit with at least 3 Dohan. There's not 3 Dohan on the board. There's only 2. So that. Oh, that would have been nice. May use a. Oh, may use a slow power now. I don't know. Wouldn't really help. Fear. Fear 2. In each land with Dohan, defend 1 plus an additional 1 per Dohan. So this land's heavily defended. That's it. They ravage mountains, nothing happens. They build wetlands, nothing happens. They explore into jungles and sands. So, sand, sand, jungle, jungle, all these explorations are accurate. Alright, so, slow actions, do we have any? The answer is no. So they're ravaging wetlands, which they're not, and then building jungles and sands. That sand is going to be the death of us still. I would like to reclaim is the thing, because I really want Swallow or Softly Beckon back. I think we'll take the reclaim now. So it's either that or do it next turn. Card got away from me there. And then let's see how we're going to play this out. We're definitely going to be Softly Beckon. We'll have 5 energy with just our track. So we're debating on this. So 3 energy to play with, which is enough to play Pent-Up Calamity. But we could also just play Swallowed by the Wilderness, which does a very similar thing. But if I play Pent-Up Calamity now, I could like Strife a city. Doesn't really do a lot. I can also Indomitable Claim that next turn to defend it. So if I play Softly Beckon, maybe I play Perils alongside it. That gives me 3 moons, 1 air, 2 green. Now instead of perils, I could play gift, which would give me 3 moons, 2 air, 2 green. Haven't even decided on this upper growth yet. But that lets me replace a city, which will be important because they're building a city. Which means I could draw a power card. We can take another major. Vanish softly. I don't have any water to hit this threshold. We're taking Vanish softly. We're saying goodbye to Dark-Entangled Woods. Now playing Vanish softly, that could change things. 3 moons, 3 airs. Well, we'll figure that out. I don't think we play it this turn. So, alright, let's do that. Alright, so we don't have any fast actions. And that means the event. This is Fear 2. During the Ravage on each board, skip 1 Ravage action in a land where Dohan outnumber towns and cities. That's this jungle. In each land with beast, 1 damage per beast. Bye. Oh, and I guess bye. For each board, 1 fear if any Dohan are in lands with towns and cities. There are not. That sucked. Alright, no fear, so they ravage wetlands. They don't. They build jungles and sands. It's just here. And then they explore sands and wetlands. So we've got a sand, a wetland, a wetland. This is so rough. Alright. Now we're into slow. We want to softly back in. I was gonna do it here, but now I'm thinking doing it here might be better. I won't have the bad land, which is unfortunate, but it lets me gather these guys off. So I can draw those guys. I can take this town. I can take 2 beasts. And I can add if I left the beasts. So currently the setup's like this, right? If I centralize here, I could change this into a disease, which would prevent that build, and then I could drag it into this space. No, I think I'd rather drag into this space. this beast here, and we'll take this one in. He's not doing anything up there. And we'll turn one of our presence into a disease. Then we can disappear. That's still going to leave 2 there. That's a problem. They're Ravaging Sands. Well, I could leave this guy, turn this presence into a disease, and gather this guy instead. And then we can turn this city into 3 explorers. And we hit our 2 green. So we can destroy 4 explorers. Which we could do there, but... that generates a fear. So that's our only slow actions. They're ravaging jungles and sands, they're building sands and wetlands. So obviously the sand's a problem, so we're gonna have to Indomitable Claim for sure. Taking this 4 air seems like a really good choice. Because 4 air allows us to repeat this power, which is a really powerful ability. So we know we have to Indomitable Claim. We know we're going to get a 4 spot of energy from here. So this is decided for us, which means we have 3 energy left over to work with and a growth option here. So we can play Vanish Softly. Indomitable Claim, unfortunately, is so out of our colors, it just doesn't help us do anything. So if we play Vanish Softly, we'd have 1, 2 air showing. We could get up to 3, but we can't get up to 4. But we could do something else. So we'd have 2 moons. We could take a green to do this, to do our Never Heard From Again. Maybe we don't play Vanish Softly. We could do Pent-Up Calamity. Pent-Up Calamity. That does some serious damage here. And it adds a moon and a green, which is really nice. Oh, we don't get any air. We get 1 air. I could turn that into 2 air, and we could replace a city. Okay, so let's take this. We'll take our air. Pent-Up Calamity. Okay. Yeah, we take an air. Alright, so that gives us 2 moons, 2 air, a claw. Ah, I wanted 3 moons. but then I wouldn't have the air. There's no fixing that, unfortunately. It's an Indomitable Claim. It's just so out of our colors, but it's required. Wait a minute. So I placed that presence this turn. What if instead I take a third card play? That would reduce our energy by 1, but it means we could play Perils. And you're like, oh, what does Perils do for us? Well, Perils does a lot for us. The reason being, we're going to Indomitable Claim, which places a presence. So we won't get the energy, but we will get this air. So we can do that and get the air and the fast instead. And if we take an air, then look, we can get up to our 3 moons, 2 air, and claws, which allows us to disappear a city. And I mean, just adding stuff. I've been trying to get to 3 card plays for a little while, so that's an excellent play, and we have just enough to do it with. Yeah, all right. So, in the fast, we Indomitable Claim here. We can do that. I know it's coastal, but Indomitable Claim says you can do anywhere. It defends 20. And they're doing 3, 6, 8, 10, 11 damage. So we've got 9 to spare. Then we do Pent-Up Calamity. And what we're going to do is remove... We're going to remove these 2 beast tokens, doing 6 damage on the space. So that's 3, 5, 6. And that's going to add 2 for the city, 1 for the town, 2 for the beasts. For each token removed as 1 fear. And that's the last of our fast. So we go into an event. The next Explore card matches all lands without towns or cities instead of the printed land type. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to put this down by the Explorer. So, choose a land with disease in that land, 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dohan. Bye. And then each spirit with at least 2 Dohan among its lands either reclaims a power card or regains a unique power it previously forgot. I have the only 2 Dohan on the board, so I can reclaim a power card. Which, for sure, we're going to make... Are we going to make it Pent-Up Calamity? There is a good reason to do that. I think we reclaim Pent-Up Calamity. There's really good reason to do that. We will lose the elements, so we won't be able to disappear a city, but it gives us a chance to do that anyway. Each spirit with at least 2 oh yeah, we did that. All right, so now we have a fear. We're on Terror 3. Each player may push any number of explorers or towns from 1 land. Where are they building? They're building sands and wetlands. So we'll push this guy out. So they ravage jungles and sands. This guy doesn't do anything. This is defended 20. They build sands and wetlands. No, they don't. And then when they explore, it matches all lands without towns or cities. So they Explore mountains and wetlands instead of the printed land type. So anywhere that doesn't have towns and cities, they explore. It's not going to be these lands. Like, technically they explore, but they don't. They're not coastal, and they don't have towns or cities bordering. So these lands don't actually get touched, even though they technically are at. Even though they technically could be explored. They just explore these 4. So, oh, and I guess I don't think I put one there. They also explore. And that's that card gone. So now it's our turn. Or sorry, it's slow actions. So I add a Badlands here, and this adds a beast within 1. So I'm going to add a beast there. And then slow action. What do I even have? It doesn't really matter. Don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter. So on my turn, I get my 3 energy, and I play Pent Up Calamity. I'm not going to play out the whole thing, but Pent Up Calamity in the fast, I can remove 2 beasts. Range 2, and I do 3 damage per beast removed. Yeah, which will destroy both the cities, and that is a Terra 3 victory. Wow.